Okay, you can go to your startup and look into all programs and you'll find Eagle CAD. Click on that and you will find a little icon that says Eagle 7.20 is mine, yours maybe 7.1 or something. It's fine. You can just use whichever one is on your machine.
Amen. Amen.
In the Eagle folder, you go right click, new project, and name this project line following bot. I'm just going LFR. Oops.
New project.
And then you go right click on that new project, new schematic. And this window should open up. So the first thing we'll do is we'll set up the grid. So on the top left corner there is a little button that says grid. Click on that and we want our measurements to be in millimeters. So change the measurements into millimeters and turn the grid on. Go dots. Go OK, you will be able to see this grid.
I went on dots. I thought you said long dots.
Each line spacing here is 2.5 millimeters apart. Right, so click on this button that says 8 components. It will take a little while, it will load up all the libraries. And we have all these components that are there, half or 90% of what you will not even end up using. So first of all, go under batteries, so battery, look for that. That little triangular button, you click on it and it expands. Right, under batteries we want to look for a 9-volt battery clip. Although we won't be using a 9-volt, I kind of like the peg size for this, for use as power rails. Click on that and go OK, and your component is floating with your cursor on the screen. If you right click, it will rotate the component. You can place it somewhere, it doesn't matter where at the moment, you can place it somewhere. And then you'll see that the battery is still moving with the cursor. Press the escape button and it will take you back to the library. So you can add more components. Close the battery library. Right, scroll down until you find resistor. Expand the resistor. And the particular one that you're after is the European symbol, which is down here. Expand that. And the specific one that you want is numbered 0207/10. They fit perfectly on the PCB. You go OK, I'll leave that there. Press escape. While I'm here, I also want a capacitor for my power rails. These are polarized capacitor, European symbol. And the specific one that you want is this one here, E3,5-10. I'll go OK. Place this somewhere. Press escape. Right, close the capacitor library. Scroll up until you find IC package. IC package. In the IC package we want DIL 14 and we want a 14-pin socket. This is where our 14M2 will be connected. OK, place that. Press escape. Right, scroll down to LED, expand, and scroll until you find another LED package. Expand, and then you should pick LED 5mm. It looks like this. This tells you the symbol and the spacing between them. Alright, we'll place that somewhere.
Yes, I'm picking up very good.
Escape. Go on to pinhead. Pinhead, PIN. This one here. Pinhead, expand. And you want a 1x3. Expand. The first one that is there. No. Okay.
We don't have those.
Place it. Alright, so close this. Scroll down until you find transistors. And we are after NPN transistor. And look for BC337. BC337. These are the package options. 337 and 338 are almost the same, except one has a higher voltage rating. So you can use 337. Go OK.
Which 337 is this?
First one.
16 NPN.
Alright, if you have modified your circuit and you're using a TIP122, scroll down and find TIP122. We'll be sitting here. Okay. It's a Darlington pair. Alright, escape and then cancel. So these are the sum of the parts that you have already. Right, going back into adding components, we need pinhead, and we need a 1x4 this time. We will use this for mounting the sensors off the main board. Press escape, close the pinhead, scroll right up and find diodes. Particular one you're after is 1N400. That's the power diode. 1N400.
I'm up to this.
There's a copy button up here. I'm going to copy my resistor. And make sure I have about 8 resistors sitting up here. 2, 4, 8. If I was using 2 sets of transistors, I'll copy the transistor over as well. I'll copy the 4-pin header. I'll copy another LED and another diode. Okay. Right, adding values to the components. There is a button here that says value. You click on that and you click on your IC. This is our 14M2 pickaxe. Okay. Value of the capacitor is 100 UF. I need a 10K resistor for the download circuit. I need a 22K resistor for a download circuit. I'll use a 1K resistor for my base. It's a base resistor for my transistor. Another 1K. Second transistor. You can rearrange this by moving the components around. So that's my way of rearranging. You could choose. There's no right, no wrong way, basically. except for the capacitor. Make sure that capacitor is facing positive up, and so is your battery tray facing up. The first thing that I'm going to wire up is my entire download circuit. The tool that you want to use is called a net, not a wire, but a net. If you click on the net, you should see green lines popping up. That shows that the two components are connected. In fact, I could have done that. If you have made a mistake, you can delete it like me. Alright, so that's my download circuit almost connected. I need to power up my pickaxe. So pin number 14 is negative. I can pull that down here. And pin number 1 is positive. Right, so that's the wiring for my downloads. Right, so I've just rearranged the entire schematic and joined the download circuit. There is a text button over here. I'll click on that and we'll type G and D for ground. And this is for my motors up here, so I'll make this my motor connectors. I'll put G and D on the first one, put G and D on the second one, press escape, and I'll go MA for motor A, press escape, MB for motor B, the second motor. And while I'm over here, this is used for my sensor, so the wires will be leaving the board and going onto another board where the sensors will be mounted. So I'll go G and D, ground, VCC, positive, S1 for sensor 1, and S2 for sensor 2. This is for our IR sensors. Press escape and then cancel. Right, so that's basically our schematic. You can use the net tool again to wire the entire board up. Depending on which pins you have used, you can do that. I'll quickly do this one for myself. Okay, sorry, there's an error here. It's not supposed to be ground, it's supposed to be VCC because the motors are going to the positive. 1, 2. Alright, so far this is the entire circuit that has been schematic is now complete. As we add on more things like the LEDs and a buzzer, we'll modify this. So you can now go ahead and draw your circuit diagram. Thank you.